Sorry, weirdos. I just wanted to, talk to everybody. Well, not everybody. Talking to me mainly. Because I obviously be needing proof and crap. I am at the house by myself because he left. And the reason that he left is because I pissed him off. He came home from work, but when he pulled up, I ran from the kitchen and ran to my room. Now, the reason that I keep doing this is because if you have any BS or anything to come to me with, I don't want to be in the, let me explain. I've been here since September, right? And when I first got here, I got comfortable. Like he asked me to. He told me I could be comfortable. So I would be in the kitchen, I would be in the basement, or I would just be chilling somewhere, And a couple of times he would come in and, he would give me pointers on my workout if he walked in on me working out, and he would stand there and watch me for a while. And then he would, be the know-it-all that he is and be like, no, you got to do it like this. And, your form is blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I would just take his advice because, cool, whatever. But, yeah. A couple of times, like if I was sitting in the kitchen drawing, he would walk in, slam the door, lock it, I'd be happy to see him, and I'm like, hi, hey, how was work? And he'd walk right past me, stomp and all that, go do what he gotta go do, and then come back in the kitchen and talk to me. Now, that wasn't exactly bothering me, but it was bothering me. And then half of the time, sometimes he didn't actually speak to me at all. Acted like I wasn't there. Sometimes. And it was like, I couldn't really read him. And I'm not trying to read you. I'm not one of them females where I feel like I gotta get into your brain. Things aren't working out, they're just not working out. And I'm not his girlfriend or anything. I'm just living here because he offered to give me a place to stay for the winter. And he also offered and said that he was going to help me get on my feet. Helping me with the resume and trying to help me get a remote job and all of that, right? But from September to December, about 50 to maybe 70%, I give him 65% of the time he will walk in with a very ugly attitude. And the more he would do that, the less I wanted to run into him. But as in living with my mother, and I try not to bring up the past, and I'm trying to get over all of that quote-unquote trauma, you can't avoid somebody in their own house. So I talked to him about it, and, he told me what I wanted to hear every time, So I stayed, because, who wants to go sit outside? I need a job. And when he came in and was talking about I needed a job and that a second income would help. At first I was like, no, but then later on I was like, well, I'm bored. Yeah, give me a job. And as soon as I agreed with him, he was like, no, it's going to be cold outside and you're going to have to walk a good way to get there, and it's going to be cold. I'm looking at him like, you just pulled me out of the cold. I've been homeless and struggling for a while. So, all that aside, I'm trying to hurry up. There was a time when I told him I was going to go hang out with my friend, Tonto. And Tonto is an older guy. And his abilities and his body parts aren't exactly the greatest. Because, his bones don't work like they used to. He even got older. So he's on a walker. Only reason I'm explaining that is because me and Tonto didn't end up hanging out that day. But something in my soul was like, now don't tell him that you didn't leave. And see how he reacts, right? And I didn't mean to test them, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta test people because they'll tell you what you want to hear. You gotta give things a chance to come the fuck out, And in order to get results, you gotta test it. So he came home, stomping around, all upset, talking about who in my house and where did he pick you up at, because he gave me a specific rule that none of my friends could come over. None of them can even pick me up from here. He didn't want them to know where I was at. I agreed. I went on ahead and just left it alone, but I kept all of my friends at bay on Messenger. He was like, who in my house and where did they pick you up? I told him I never left. You never left. I never left. He said, and stomped off to his room. Now, we ended up talking about it later on that night, where I was like, I was gonna tell you, but I didn't. I understood that it's a requirement for me to let you know when I leave the house, but I didn't know that it was a requirement for me to let you know when I stayed. And he explained it to me. He was like, I just don't want nobody trying to break into my house. And I was like, you assuming that my friend want to break into your house? He got his own. Well, I'm just saying. I'm thinking in general. He kept coming up with things. Like he also said, like, what if I came home and I didn't know that you was here, and I'm hearing noises in the house, and yeah, I understood that part. But at the same time, if you're hearing noises in the house and your shotgun way in the back in your room, then how were you going to protect yourself with that all the way back here with whoever is in your house? Right? You don't want nobody to break into your house, but the kitchen window don't lock properly. And my room window has been unlocked this entire time. I had no idea. I don't know. I only brought that argument up because I felt like I need to document. Then we got to arguing about the wipes again. He didn't want me to use the wipes, and he kept telling me all of these different things about him and how he feel about me using the wipes without actually telling me for real, what's going on in your mind. We argued about the wipes, and he was like, we got sponges in there, and I sent him an article. I realized since he don't believe in God, I gotta send him science. Well, the scientists say that the sponge is the perfect spot and space for germs to accumulate, and I'm pretty sure that food germs on a sponge is totally different than body germs on a sponge. And not to mention, he does not take showers that often. Matter of fact, the only time that he has taken a shower while I'm here has been when he wants to sleep with me. Or when we're supposed to be doing, yeah. And I've declared that I don't want to sleep with him, obviously, by now. But I'm talking about back then, right? Giving y'all context. Because ain't nobody got a clue. Long story short, I come to today, and we've been arguing for the past couple of days because he has this mindset that's very closed, and I'm trying to heal. And me healing is like a problem for him because me healing is showing me problems that he has not healed. And you can't tell him the truth, but he said that the world needs the truth. And when I told him the truth, like, I kid you not, you know what? I already made a YouTube video about that. If you asking a woman what's wrong over and over again, expect for you to get the truth. And if the truth hurt, leave her alone. He left me alone. Good, thank you. But today, what happened was what really creeped me out. Because he went to the store, told me he was going to go to the store to get all of the fruits and vegetables that I've been begging him to get because I'm trying to lose weight. But he keep feeding me stuff like catfish nuggets because that's what he brought me the other day, trying to cheer me up. I appreciate it though. I ate some of them. Ate the shrimp. I did good, you know. But we come to today, and he knocks on my door while I'm on the phone with a friend of mine, and he's like, I said, yes, sir. Showing him respect, you hear me? He was like, I saw you in the kitchen. I was hoping you were gonna stay. Because remember I said when he pulled up, I ran from the kitchen to my room. Because I'm trying to avoid him and his, I'm in control of your life because I'm paying your bill energy. And I got your link card. I feel so stupid for giving him that. Because he's using it for stuff that ain't nobody asked for. Bought a $6 bag of Cheetos when I'm trying to lose weight. So that day, that was all I really ate until he brought me them nuggets, the fish nuggets or whatever. Now, I keep hip hopping because this has been going on for a while now. I told him, I said, you ain't been paying no attention because you literally were around when my mama passed and you let your morals be way more important than the fact that my mother just died. And you know that could have put me in a state where I could have killed myself. You know, you let your morals. Because I cheated on him. I'm not going to lie. I'm not lying. I cheated on him. But me cheating on you doesn't have anything to do with the friendship that we're supposed to have. Me cheating on you ain't got nothing to do with the fact that my mama just died and I need somebody to make sure that I don't kill myself, right? So, today, he was like, I bought all the food and I want to make sure it's to your liking. Come in here so that I can show you what I got. You know? And I was like, no. Now, I said it in a joking way, but I was serious. No, I don't want to come in there. He said, come on. Open the door all the way up, because I had my door cracked, you know. I had my door cracked. And he opened it all the way up. Didn't like the fact that I had the door closed, I'm guessing. He's starting to act a lot like my mama. My mama didn't like when I had doors closed either. She felt like, the fuck you doing in there? And now I'm a grown woman. I'm going through the same shit. You ain't got no ring on my finger. I am not your girlfriend. And we have established that we don't get along enough for us to actually be together. But because you got this closed-minded bullshit going on in your head, you feel like I'm the only woman for you because I took your virginity and you want the person that took your virginity to be your wife and whoever forever. I'm not doing it. No. Nah, but that attitude, hell no. This is not the man I fell in love with. The man I fell in love with was patient. You know, he would stop and actually listen. Hear the words that I'm saying. The man that I fell in love with was kind. He wasn't jaded towards the world. And the fact that you jaded towards the world, and I could tell you doing it on purpose. You're doing it on purpose. I could tell you doing it on purpose. Anyway, I told him no, that I didn't want to come into the kitchen with him. Irene cracked my door. I had the door like this. You know, I had the door like that. When he first came to knock, he pushed it all the way open. I put it right back. And I did it like that. I did it like that. Didn't even close it all the way. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shut you completely out. But at the same time, when you shut me out, I gotta accept you for whoever you are. And I've communicated this stuff to him. You know? He like, you weren't listening to what I was saying. Because what you were saying was bullshit. He was talking about how, you know, we was getting on the conversation of why the kids are given to their moms and their moms and not the dads, and we're going men versus women bullshit. I'm looking like, bro, I can't even. And then you want to know the excuse that he gave for why he felt that men were going through way more than a woman could ever go through. I could get drafted and they could put me at the front line and I could get killed. I'm looking at him like, you do know that it's a lot of men out here that can't control themselves to the point where they're running around raping and killing women every day, right? But you worried about a war that hasn't even happened yet? And people don't get the conception that I'm saying that women go through more than men. That's not what I'm saying. Y'all like to assume that as soon as the females say, but we don't go through more. No, what I mean by, but we don't go through more, I mean that you're not giving the credit where it's due. You guys talk down to us like y'all didn't fall out of a pussy. Y'all talk down to us like you didn't come out of your mother. So, you know, show some respect, dude. Since you want respect, right? I told him no. He kept saying, come on, waiting on me to come in the kitchen. And I realized, while I'm sitting up here learning to love myself, I am not obligated to go against me. And I know y'all like, why are you in this man's house treating him like that? For one, he offered. For two, the things that he offered have not come through. He said he was going to help me get off my feet. He doesn't even want to let me out of the house. My phone is off. I can't exactly use Google Maps, so I can't leave either. Because I don't know St. Louis. I mean, I don't know this place. I don't know this place at all. And he was like, you need to cut off all your friends. And why can't you just cut them off? I'm like, why would I cut these people off when they're going to be there for me? And they've been there for me when you were more worried about what your pussy was doing. And why your pussy did it. And why didn't she think I was enough then? I'm looking like, I'm realizing why I cheated so often. Because I was looking for something in all of these people and just couldn't find it because it was in me. And now that I'm finding it in myself, everybody all upset. Okay. So, after I didn't come in the kitchen like he asked me to do, he sat up there and took a bunch of the fiber bars that I was asking for, ran in my room, put them on the dresser, and slammed the door behind him. Well, let me not exaggerate. He ain't slammed the door, but he definitely shut it. Okay? But he was running around doing shit. I'm hearing his door slam. I'm hearing all the doors in the house slam. He's stomping around, throwing a tantrum, right? I'm on the phone with my friend, okay? I was already on the phone with my friend. I said, no, I'm not gonna come in there just to come see a bunch of food that you can't even return, which is what I said. I was like, why? I said, no, just put it away. It's not like you can return it. It was bought on my food stamp card. Just put it away. And I know everybody like, he just got off work. Why didn't you just, I'm like, okay, well, if he wanted me to put it away, he could have just said that. Instead of come in the kitchen, I want you to see what because you know that I'm starting to see the real you, and the real you is not what I want to deal with. Your true colors is coming out. Your true colors that you have been hiding from me for years, and I had blinded myself so hard that I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? He literally was upset because I didn't come to the kitchen. And I said, no, I'm not coming to the kitchen. I'm staying in my room because I feel more comfortable in here when you're here. My own little space, my own little pocket. I ain't got to worry about you when I'm in my room. I thought that's the whole purpose of having a room. Privacy. I told him that December is the worst month for me because I lost my grandma in December. I lost my brother in December. I lost my mother in December. And it seems like December is the one month that I always was getting kicked out of the house with snow on the ground. Now, I'm trying to get over all this trauma. I'm not trying to wear my trauma. My trauma is not going to define me. But it happened. And I'm not just going to forget that shit. You get what I'm saying? So, after he did all of that, stomping around and shit, he knocked on the door. I said, yes, sir. Still giving him the respect that he asked for. He said, I'm out. I'll see you Tuesday. I said, okay. I didn't even look up from my sketchbook. Because that's how he acted towards me. When he would come home all angry, he would just... I'm looking like... And then one time he came back with the excuse of why he didn't speak to me when he first came in the door. He was like... I had to pee real bad. I'm looking like... What does that have to do with you saying hi? And the fact that you was able to turn around and hurry up and lock the door, you could have said hi while locking the door. Now, I know y'all like, well, if you feel like you're not obligated to do what he asks you, then he don't have to be obligated to do what you ask him. Exactly. That's why I stopped catering like I was. Because if I can't even get a simple hi out of you, then me saying no means no. I don't have to answer the door when you knock. It's his house. He told me when I first got here, this is my home too. Okay? He told me when I first got here, he was going to help me with my resume. He was going to help me get a job. Now, I've had jobs before. It's just for some reason, times are going fast and I'm not able to catch up. So I thought that I was here to get help, you know. Guess what he say though? You want to know where the trick is, where the trap at? He said that he's not going to help me with the resume and getting a job until we move to his next place in February when this place is up on the lease. So now he at his parents' house, probably talking shit. I don't care. He made me so mad the night before, I had already got my stuff packed. Now I know I self-sabotage myself. But when I first got here and he was talking to me and we were actually trying to mend all of the bad stuff that I had did to him and all of the whatever the heck we was trying to mend through it, he was like, you need to learn how to tell these men no. But do you know that he does not allow me to tell him no without throwing a tantrum and running away, running back to his mommy and daddy? I don't have a mommy and daddy to run back to. Which makes me feel like you talking down to me. But you have no idea that you running back to your mommy and daddy makes you look very immature. Because we should be able to have a conversation without you always storming off mid-conversation because you don't want to hear what I got to say, but I got to listen to what you got to say, right? So, I know I might be messing up a good living situation, but I'm also not going to be sitting up there trying to heal and he not letting me heal. Like, why would you bring somebody a whole bunch of... Like, I just been... Like, this is not the first time he done told me that. This is not the first time he didn't accept no for an answer. First time that he didn't accept no for an answer, and I noticed, was when he came home and I told him I was done smoking cigarettes. Do you know that man sat up there and still handed me the box with about 6 cigarettes in it, and was like, well, I already smoked most of the box, so here anyway, you can save it for your period. I'm looking at him like, no, I'm done smoking. Here, take it anyway. I went on ahead and took it because I'm like, obviously he gonna keep asking. But I said no. I should have went on ahead and threw him away like my mind and my soul told me to. But do you know what I did? I went on ahead and I smoked them. Didn't have to. But my thing is I wouldn't have to go through that if you would have just taken my no for an answer in the first place. And do you know that recently when I actually stopped smoking cigarettes, we had this conversation while I was like, I want to smoke. I need a cigarette too. And he was like, and never gave me a cigarette. And I noticed, right? Didn't exactly tell me no, but he also didn't give me a cigarette either. We was in the kitchen not too long after that, and I was like, I am definitely done with cigarettes. It's just that I'm probably going to keep asking you for them. Just don't give them to me. And he's like, would you like it better if I said no? I'm looking at him like, ain't that crazy? Now you want to say no and I just got to accept it? But when I said no, you didn't want to accept no for an answer. Like, I'm over here praying to God for real. I hope he break character, because I believe that he hides his emotions so well that the emotions that he has, he only lets them out around me. I don't even think his parents see the real him sometimes. But he took a shower before he left, because I'm guessing they finally noticed that he not taking showers. And I don't know if he not taking showers because I've been taking showers. I only take a shower once a day. Only reason I took a shower twice today was because I didn't take a shower yesterday. I don't know. It's little situations that got me. I shouldn't have came back here. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I did. You want to know why I'm glad I did? Because for the longest, that entire 4 years that I was away from him, after cheating on him for the 7th time, yes, I know. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me, and I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him, with why he can't let me go. I shouldn't have emailed him. I really shouldn't have. He was gonna let me go. I shouldn't have emailed him. It was my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. I emailed him because I wanted to apologize yet again, because I know when I'm in the wrong and what I did was unacceptable, whether it was intentional or unintentional. And after doing it about 7 times, obviously something's wrong with me. And I haven't confronted it. Now I know he's jaded towards the world because not completely because of me. It's other things that contribute to him being jaded towards the world. But I am one of the reasons that he's jaded towards the world. So I feel bad, and I do feel obligated to sit up here and try to save him. And what I mean by try to save him is, while I'm diving into this self-improvement, I be trying to send him these little videos of self-improvement and all of that. Life coaches and BS. Of why I'm an avoidant and why I'm a people pleaser and why I need to learn how to say the word no. And then I say the word no, and that's how they act. It makes me uncomfortable saying no. And a motherfucker want to throw a tantrum but call himself a man. That's why I keep washing my clothes, because I'm over here afraid that he gonna act like my mama. Mama was, if you can't respect me in my house, you need to get the fuck out. You need to get out. That's why I'm like, maybe mama was right. Can't respect somebody in their house, get out. You sure right, man. But my thing is I'm showing him respect. When he tells me no, it's no. You hear me? He told me no. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Because he told me no about using the wipes to clean the bathroom like I was. And I disobeyed him because he told a lie and the bottle itself said completely otherwise. That was the first and only time that his no did not get through to me. But after we had this other argument, a second argument about the same thing, I have not used the wipes since. You get what I'm saying? So why, when I say no, you can't do the same for me? So he then left the house and then went to his parents' house. And his parents know that I'm here. His parents know that I'm here. I'm not even worried about it no more. Because I'm like, yeah, I missed some steps on y'all son. Because I kid you not, I text him like a day or so after we had that whole conversation about him telling me no about asking for cigarettes. And I was like, yes, tell me no more often. And I was like, I think it'll help. It'll help me. And he was like, yeah, my dad says it builds character. I'm looking at him like, well, we'll see. So I recently told him no and stayed in my room instead of coming into the kitchen for some little charade because you want to be in my presence. And he stomped around all upset and was like, well, if I can't be around you, can't nobody be around you. And pulled off. I'm looking at him like, motherfucker, yay. I'm watching Brad Mondo on the TV. I'm over here washing my clothes. I'm finna go back upstairs and play with myself. Like, I'm finna have a good fucking time. Thank you. Thank you. I'm finna enjoy this house while I'm here. Yes, I am. But I keep talking about the fact that I don't think that he's actually gonna help me with my resume or none of that. I think he's lying. I'm trying to find good lighting here. I think he's lying. Which makes me feel like I might end up right back outside because I'm not finna trap myself in a whole nother state that I don't know. I already did that BS when I went all the way to Cali. And you know what I did in Cali? I wasn't just in Cali for no reason. I went over to Cali and I was looking for a job. I even went to Dress for Success in Cali and got them to help me with my resume. Came back here And Illinois did not like how Cali did it. Too much reading, I'm guessing. Don't nobody want to fucking read over here. Okay. Fine. Be stupid. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm recording this because I just wanted to make sure that I keep a document on my mental health and his shenanigans. Because he's not all bad. Like, he buys me stuff. Like, I wouldn't even have this if it wasn't for him. Right? He bought this for me. You know, I'm in his house. I'm in his humble abode. And I'm pissing him off to the point where he has to run to his parents' house. Because he like, I'm not finna sit up there and trap myself in the basement while you trapped upstairs. I'm looking at him like, I didn't trap you in the basement. I trapped myself in the room. I be in my room when he here. Now, at first, for a couple of minutes, I used to come down here and you know, mess with him a little bit. Every time we so-called were doing okay, I would come down here and I would hang out with him. Tried to. Matter of fact, one time I tried to hang out with him and I was talking too much and distracted him on his mission in the game. So I just stopped talking. I ate my food and went on ahead and went right back to my room. You know? It's not like I'm not trying. But my thing is you telling me I need to learn how to say no to these men, and you're one of them. Telling me I need to cut these men off, and you're one of them. Because these were the men that were around when I needed them. Tonto was always constantly making sure he got me out of the house. Ricky was there when my mama died. He kept coming to the house making sure I didn't kill myself, right? Damon, when his roommate kicked me out of the old place, Damon came and made sure that didn't nobody rape me in the bando, because you can just break into a bando when nobody give a fuck. Okay? These are the people that were there to protect me when you were in your fucking feelings. So, no means no. And I think that it's a shame that women have to fight for our no's to mean no. You get what I'm saying? I just went through that today. I was on the phone with Tonto, and he was in the car with his cousin, and I was listening to my music, doing my little thing, having a little fun. And apparently the whole time, while I'm so glad I had my music turned up real high, because I didn't hear him. He was apparently talking about show that monkey. I'm looking at him like, you desperate for pussy and don't even know how to talk to it. Now why are you demeaning my vagina by calling it a monkey? Now I know that that's like from a song from way back when, but that's way back when. That's not now. Now women are trying to have more respect for themselves. Meanwhile, we got a bunch of other women twerking for a living. But I mean, hey, you make your money, make your money. But at the same time, you twerking for a living is making these men think that all women are the same and all these women want my dick. No. I mean, there's plenty of lesbians on the planet by now to where y'all should start accepting it. We don't need no dick to get the fuck along, okay? There's plenty of single women out here doing their thing. I'm finna get on my shit. I don't care how I gotta get on my shit. I'm finna get on my shit. Because this bullshit, living with somebody and they think that because they paying my bills, they control me completely. No. Now, maybe if you had this oomph, maybe if you had this oomph when I had my first apartment, the Lynn would have moved out quicker. Right? Why you wanna be jaded towards the whole entire world, including me? But when it comes to me, you act like a mature baby. Anyway, I'm done talking. I just wanted to make sure I documented the fact that he threw another tantrum, and I barely did shit for him to do that. So, if you're not obligated to speak to me when you come into the house, I'm not obligated to switch my no to a yes. I'm not obligated to leave this room that you've blessed me with. I'm sorry. You got my link card. My link card is keeping you from having to spend about $300 from your actual check to buy food. So I'm helping in some type of way. It's not that I'm not paying nothing. He got my link card over there with his parents right now. Matter of fact, the other day when I was trying to talk to him, he started storming off again mid-conversation. And I'm over here like, well, make sure you give me my link card when I need it. Don't leave me hanging. He leaves me hanging. You want to know why he makes sure he takes his link card with me? Because he knows that that link card is the one thing that'll get me food when I'm not with him. So if he has my link card, I can't disappear like he disappeared. Trapped. This is trapping. And I didn't realize it was trapping until I had a conversation with Tonto and was like, he don't understand. He feels like he not trapping me. And he feel like he giving me my space. What he not understanding is being trapped. Another form of being trapped is, hey, just because you giving me space within this house does not mean that you not trapping me within this house. Because this house is as far as you allow me to go, now that I've come here. He don't even want to take me shopping with him in his car, because apparently they'll be upset about it. But do you know that he swear up and down that if I was to set up a doctor's appointment, he would be able to take me? If you could take me to a doctor's appointment, you could let me shop for my own food. Anyway, I'm done. I told him no. And for the first time, I meant it. And he didn't like it. That's what happened.